Hello everyone. Did you know that we have some awesome putting training aids in the pro shop that you can borrow next time you go practice putting? Watch this video to learn how to use these training aids. It will really help you improve your putting. So this one looks a little complicated if you can stand over there, but this one will really help you with making a good stroke. So they look like chopsticks. They're in the putting green. So you twist it so you can make it longer, you can make it shorter. And this thing attaches, the rubber piece right here attaches to your putter. It kind of just clips on. And then, so this will help you with the feeling of your shoulders. So you put it under your arms, your hands go under it, and you grip it. You see how it forms this nice little triangle, right? So if I hold it like this, now it's all connected to my body. That's gonna really help you with getting the wrist out of play. Now watch what happens if I get too wristy. You see that thing really moving around? Or if I start twisting it, you'll really feel it if you start twisting the putter around. So with this is going to help you develop a nice stroke where you're not overly using your wrist too much. You just kind of get into your nice posture. You keep all this together, and you use your shoulders to make a stroke. Hey, look at that. Nice. Went in the hole. Okay? So that's training aid number one. This is for your stroke. Now this thing here, this is a ruler. So this kind of gives you an idea. I take it back this much to this much, how far it goes, yellow to yellow, red to red. So it's a good way to practice your distance. Any questions on this training aid?
So those two things go together.
You can use it together, or you can just use this one by itself. But I like kind of combining the two. Yeah, so it makes it nice. You know, you're practicing your stroke length and you're practicing not being too risky. So that's training aid number one.
And the colors correspond to distance.
Yeah, distance. So meaning if I only go from green to green, it goes a certain amount. And what you're trying to look for is consistency. So let's say you're going green to green, but you go really fast. Oh, the ball's gonna go faster. So it's gonna teach you how to repeat it and make it go the same distance. So it teaches you about stroke length and tempo. Now, if I go red to red, then I should be going kind of the same distance most of the time. If you're a little bit off, it's okay, but you don't want to be way off. So they should be traveling roughly about the same distance every time. All right. This one here is really good for short putts. It's called the putting arc. So it looks like this. It's this big yellow plastic piece. So you aim it, you set your putter down on it, and the heel rests against it. And all you do is get into your setup and you just kind of swing along this thing. So it teaches you the proper feel of a good putting stroke. So you're going to aim this, rest your heel on it, get into your nice setup, and you don't even try to hit the ball, you just swing the putter along this thing, and then that'll help you develop a nice, smooth, consistent stroke. So that's called the putting arc. It's a pretty nice one for short putts. So that way you're not like going outside and inside and doing the figure eight loops while you're putting. This one's the putting mirror. This helps you get into the right posture. So you aim it to your start line. You put some T's on it so it doesn't move around. It tells you where to aim your putter. You see those lines on the mirror there? The big black line here, big red line tells me how to aim the putter. And then it's got a mirror. So when I lean over, I can actually see where my eyes are at. So if I'm too far over, my eyes are outside the mirror. If I'm over here, I can't see my eyes at all. So this kind of tells you to put the eyes in the correct spot, and then you can make some practice strokes from there. And that's a pretty helpful training aid for proper alignment and making sure you're in the right posture. Posture is a really important thing in everything in golf, but especially putting. If you're standing too far away, you can't really see your target line. So it makes it hard to putt. If you're overly too far over here, the putter doesn't want to travel on a nice stroke. All right, now this is probably one of my favorite training aids in putting. It's just a simple stick and string. Before they started selling this stuff, we had to go to the hardware store and make our own. Now you just order it on Amazon, which is nice. So this is our target line. It's to help you make sure that you're putting on a certain line, and the slope is what's taking the ball to the hole. Notice if you aim on this one here, I have this aim pretty far to the left of this hole. This hole does break left to right, so the ball does want to go to the right. But what this helps me understand is I'm not really thinking about the hole anymore. It's about this line of putt. So when I'm putting, I have the ball underneath this line. I'm going to match up the line on my putter so it's not twisted sideways. So now I know I'm aiming correctly. I'm going to get into my stance, and instead of worrying about the ball going to the hole, I'm just going to make sure I hit it at the right speed so that gives it a chance to break towards the hole. So this helps me understand that most of the putting is a straight line. The ball is curving to the right or left because of the slope. What I need to do is find out how much it's breaking. So this will help you understand how to read the green correctly. Then as you're putting, instead of trying to hit it to the hole, which will make you miss it low side, this will help you stay on your line of putt and then help you with your distance control.
How do you set it up when you're going to practice? I mean, do you have to figure out the...
You would do a test putt. So what you would do is, let's say I'm putting from there. I want to aim it straight. So once you aim it straight, so let's say I'm starting from the same position, but I have it straight now. It's right behind the hole. And I'm going to hit it to the distance to the hole. And you'll see it kind of breaking from there. You see how much it wanted to break right of the hole?
Right.
Yeah, so that's a test putt. So this amount that it breaks, that's kind of the amount that I'm going to move it over. Right. So if I do a test putt and I hit it on a straight line, the slope tells me moved over about this much. How much do you think that is? About a foot? Yeah. So I'm going to now move this over. It's not exactly the same, but it'll give you a good idea about how much it's actually breaking. So now I'm going to move it over about a foot and then start hitting some putts and try to hit it about the same pace. And then you can see it's starting to break kind of about that much. Right? So you do have to do a test putt and see how much it's breaking, and then you move that line over. So you're going to teach yourself how to see this putt on a straight line and then go, oh, okay, if I move it over this much, it would break about that much.
That's just called an alignment line, or
This is called a line drill. Yeah. Or some players buy a chalk line, carpenter's chalk line, and they snap it on the ground. That's a lot more messy. I like this one.